Okay, welcome back to a brand new Project Zomboid playthrough. We are playing with the RV interior mod that has been brought back for build 42, and this is our noble steed. Those that don't know, we can jump into our vehicle. Get in the vehicle. Huzzah! And as you can see, we have an area back here that we can do what we want with. We're in the vehicle. So, my plan is to kit this out as our safe house. And we will remain on the move in this playthrough. We have spawned in Echo Creek. I believe we're on the south side. And it is 10 years later. We're using the 10 years later mod. For those watching this on the YouTube, I'll have the full mod pack linked in the description. For those watching this on Twitch live, !mods in chat if you're interested. And my plan is to literally just go from place to place, proving that we can live life on the road. That is the goal. We are going to live life on the road. Buddy, that's going to be amazing. It's already stopped. Cigarette pack. We're not a smoker. That's already stopped cold. Build 42? Yes. Yep. Okay. Oh, does it have us to the basement? Basement? Storage room. We'll grab this just in case. I think I already went in here. No, I did not. The key. Most of the mods we're running on this one are quality of life stuff. We've got filibusters, like new demo gun mod, because I figured I'd give it a go. We've got 10 years later. 10 years later, like vehicle textures as well. So our vehicle will be the only one that's like in good condition. And that's basically it. With a few exceptions. Like we've got like neat crafting. The neat building menu, so like they'll be a bit easier to work if we want to go down that route. And we've also got Project Cook as well for a custom cooking panel. So yeah, we got a few things. Now Echo Creek is up here, so I'm gonna head that way to start with. See if we can just get some basic supplies, and then I think the very first thing I want to do once we get some basics is head for a survival store of some kind. It's still gonna be the church then. Okay, there's a few zombies up front, but that one has a backpack, so that's huge. What's the best hunger food with the least calories? I actually don't know the answer to that question because I'm always looking for food with lots of calories in build 42. Tell me this is build 42. It is build 42, yes. Do I need to put that in the title? I think that's like the third person that's asked in the last couple minutes. Maybe I need to put it in the title. No, don't apologize, please. No, it's fine. It's not available anywhere for you to check, so it's. I'm wondering if I should add that information somewhere. Okay, watch. Cool. Gib. I want that zombie with the backpack. Literally says 42.11 on the bottom right of the game screen. Yeah, but that's kind of like really like small and out of the way. I don't judge people for not seeing that. It's a bit different if it's like in the title or whatever. Oh dear. Besides, it could be worse. It could be... What game is this? What game are you playing? Which is a Twitch streamer's favorite question. Because it says it under the stream. Okay, hang on. Let me very quickly add build 42 to the title. E42. Here we go. Done. Somehow I ate too much and my weight is 98, but I'm hungry and keep seemingly adding weight. Well, so generally speaking, I just eat vegetables then. Like vegetables will always have like pretty low calorie counts. Hacksaw, nice. Pliers, nice. We might need the snow shovel, we'll see. Holding rods. Be careful, with the 10 years later mod, I can't actually see everything. Kind of cuts my vision a bit. Couple out there. I'm not looting all that house, but I don't like that I'm hearing like lots of noise going on. That's the main reason. I think there's more zombies than is initially apparent there. Hit the next one. I'd really like to go to the gas station. That would be, if we can get to the gas station. One, our truck only has a quarter of a tank of fuel, so it's in perfect condition, but it has a quarter of a tank of fuel. The other thing is, if we can get to the gas station, I can nab an ice freezer. Which would be huge. Maybe you should have put in the weapon condition mod as well, so I can see the condition of my weapons on my hotbar. That's always a good quality of life one I like. What's the Z population set at? I can't remember the exact details. It's not default apocalypse. It's slightly more. The peak population day is also 7 days after start. Because apocalypse is normal. I think we went to high. And then a lot of the other stuff was default. Population's gone to high. Zombies are weak, though, because we're like 10 years down the line. God damn it. Okay. Oh wow, brag about it? Wait, brag about what? What did I say now? What did I do? But yeah, we're in a very rural area right now. We're in Echo Creek, and it's like it's gonna be really useful actually. We're in Echo Creek, and we're like kind of on the outskirts, like just by some lone housing right now. So things are gonna be pretty quiet out here. And the knee pads, sure, we'll take some knee pads. That sound was awful. I did not like that sound effect. I'm just gonna put that out there right away. That did not sound like zipping up, if that was what it was supposed to be. There's a basement. This one has a basement. Okay, zombie. You just stop. Sure. Okay, is this food? Yes, finally. Okay, some food. It's a big find for us, considering that we are never guaranteed a meal at the moment. Salt. A whetstone, that's going to be huge. One thing I'm really going to need to try and find as well is a, oh, what's the word? Like crates. I'm going to need to find some crates. I can pick them up without any skill now in build 42, but I really need some storage in my truck. What do we got here? Let's see. Of course, no power. I don't have a flashlight. Hello. Oh, empty bottle. We should grab a couple. I don't see anything. Okay, well, there's nothing here. There might be like a camera development area. We could probably take a shelf, right? Yeah. Wouldn't be the optimal storage, I don't think, in terms of, like, space. Like, you know, it's gonna take up a lot of room. Okay, you know what? I should bring the truck up here, shouldn't I? Let's put the shelves here. And then I'll move the truck up here. And we'll probably just grab the one shelf. Because we can grab more shelves at like a moment's notice, pretty much. It can be everywhere. But I think that will give us like 100 storage capacity to start. Let's go grab our truck. The other thing we're going to be massively on the lookout for is carpentry books. So, a little bit of context on my character. The character I've picked for this one is an electrician, so that they can operate generators. I went the wrong way. False. I went with fast learner, speed demon, dexterous, vehicle knowledge, so that I can actually work on my vehicle if I need to. And then like your basic thin skin, prone to illness, slow healer, and weak stomach as my negatives. But what that does mean is I don't have any carpentry skills. So I need to find a carpentry like skill book. Can I actually get over there? I think I'd have to drive around. Okay, that's fine. I still don't know what I was bragging about. You said, oh, well, brag about it. And I was like, wait, what? What am I bragging about? And nobody answered me. It's fine. It's fine. I'll figure it out someday. This one. Bragging about brags, yep. You're bragging about your super cool and nice girlfriend, I think. Yeah, that's definitely it. That's definitely it, dude. Mm-hmm. She would not be calling me out on bragging about that. Quack. Hello, Grav. Thank you for the sub, bud. Okay, could you both fall over at like the same time, roughly? This is getting ridiculous. One of you falls over and the other one gets up. Okay. Broke one of my weapons. Wow, this update for Project Zomboid is crazy. No, that doesn't work because we're actually playing Project Zomboid. You've got to say that when we're playing an entirely different game, okay? You know the rules. 10 years late in the RV interior mod. Yep. So what I'm thinking is if I put that there and another one there, or maybe we just put them against the back wall. No, see, it's not gonna work. Have that there. We should probably remove these wall vines, eh? Now I can't because that's in the way. We uses a knife. No, no, no. Don't use. No, we're not using that. Pick up dung. What? Remove vegetation. That does it with hands. There we go. Surely I can reach this one. Yeah. Can I reach the one in the corner? Come on. Yeah, okay. Excellent. Clean this place up a little bit, you know? Did you start with the RV? Yeah, so we started with the vehicle because we're in a setting where all of the other vehicles will be like the lowest quality possible. They're going to be really poor quality. Gas is going to be very low. The idea is that we've either stumbled across this vehicle or we've kept it in good running condition, right? That's the... He cheated the RV, yeah. You got to remember that I've got to make these series for like the YouTube VOD channel, right? And as such, they've got to be sort of like containable within like 5 or 6 streams. Rather than going on for like 20 episodes. Also, like, I don't know if I can play a playthrough for that long too. Nowadays, like, I don't know if I could stick out a Zomboid playthrough for that long. Even in the height of my like playtime with Project Zomboid, I used to get bored after like 2.5 to 3 weeks and start a new playthrough. I think we've just gotta kind of gun it to the gas station now. Because otherwise I'm gonna be struggling for food, so let's get out there. We're already a little bit hungry and I don't know how long this cereal's gonna last me. You doing alright down there, Frank? Yeah, he's good. Frank's still chilling under the desk. I'm kind of half expecting him to tell me he needs to go out to pee here in a little bit. Considering he refused to go for a pee like 20 minutes ago. I'm half like expecting him to wake me or tell me that he needs to go. We're gonna go back around this other way. Excuse me. Thank you. I'll tell you though, for a big old truck like this thing handles pretty good. Does the 10 years later mod affect the available loot? No, but we've changed everything to be very sparse resources in this playthrough. There are certain things that are extremely rare and other things that are insanely rare. Like non-perishable food, we've set that to insanely rare. Perishable is extremely, because most of it will be like off at this point anyway, right? Okay, I'm gonna stop at the laundromat real quick. In case there's any cold clothing. Well-insulated clothing, I should say. Denim shirt. It's kind of ripped up. Mines. A lot of these buildings are going to be looted too. Gas station's just there. We're going to need to do some clearance. Probably do some clearance first and then come back for the truck. What was the weirdest exertion noise, dude? Okay, so there's a group of them there. Got the trailer park too. Might be worth trying to pick up like an antique stove from around here somewhere if there is one. The thing is though, I actually have the required electrical skill. I should be able to move a cooker. I might need some carpentry to make it work. I should check that though. We might actually be able to move like a standard electric oven. I don't like how close this group are, but yeah, you know what? I'm not risking this. Let's clear these guys out. Phew, that's me. Not safe for work exertion noises. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Okay. Iron pipe, that's gonna make a good weapon. Much better than the rolling pin. Wats. 10? Emergency broadcast frequency, maybe? Oh. Pool roll. Coveralls. Coveralls might be useful, not gonna lie. The whetstone's in better condition with than mine, so I'll swap. Let's wear the coveralls. Should help with installation. I can keep a spare set of clothes in the truck. Let's see. And like that. Go around the other way. We'll need to find a generator too, so that I can power up this gas station. Okay, let's throw some stuff. Let's bring the truck up now. There's still one or two inside, I think, but we can bring the truck up. I can throw some stuff in the back. What I love about this RV mod for Build 42 as well, is that unlike the original RV interior mod, if you're in the driver's seat and you go into the RV, when you get out, you'll be in the driver's seat again. Very, you know, very small thing, but I don't think that used to happen in the original. Okay, so for now, food and clothes, I guess, and then something for everything else. And then we'll have to reorganize our storage a little bit down the line. Okay. Okay, let's see. I mean, the coal is all good because it's calories. All of this like non-perishable food is good, really. Even if it's not really food, right? It's drinks, but it all helps keep the calories on. Also water. To be honest, I'm even thinking about like maybe we should just keep all of these empty bottles too. And just throw the empty bottles, just fill them up when we come across sinks, and then just keep them in the truck, bed. Shit, hit the wrong button. Some lighters. We'll take the lighters. I can use those maybe to start fires if we need to when we're on the move. Don't like that I can't see the back here. Try this lighter. Just to give me enough visual to check out these extra rooms. Try and move quickly so that I don't waste my lighter fuel too much. Storage room. Tortilla chips. Massive. More cola. Box. Water. Okay, now we can turn my lighter off. Basement. Not creepy at all. Ah, a crate and a hammer. All this is good. Right, crate. Give. Many crates. And a box of nails. Hell yeah, brother. Love to see it. Wood glue, duct tape. Time pipes. All of those are good as weapons. I could probably come back down here and grab those extra weapons, to be fair. And my lighter off. Yokido, thank you very much for the follow, and Zamohoya as well. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, forget we actually have like 750 storage in the actual trunk. Like, I'm driving around in a massive freaking truck. And I'm like, oh, I've got to get shelves in the back. I suppose because in my head I'm thinking like, it doesn't make sense for me to be able to live in the back, but also throw everything in the storage of the actual truck, right? That's what's going on in my brain. They don't work like that. It's a video game. Here, chips. Okay, let's put the crate down. Yeah, but my immersion. Alright, so we'll do crate as food, I think. Crate as food. Everything else we'll put into these 2 containers. So we've got a hammer. That's huge. Gardening trowel. Be interested to see if we can actually grow crops in this building. I don't think we would be able to. Filter water. Empty plastic bottles. I'm gonna need to fill these up. Frank is having such a good snooze right now, dude. Every so often he's coming out with these little snorts. Little snorteruna. I want to snooze like Frank, dude. He literally just pulls up anywhere and goes to sleep. Especially since his breathing's been a lot better. Like after his surgery that he had. I think he's just genuinely like enjoying the fact that he can breathe. So it's like he will pull up anywhere and sleep now. Like, and he does it as often as he can. Breathing is definitely something I enjoy, yep. So for context, Frank is a French bulldog, and they come with a condition which is abbreviated to BOAS. Well, many of them do. Same with any dog with like a short stunted nose that we've bred to be that way, unfortunately. It essentially means that they don't get enough air through their nostrils, and their soft palate also gets it, like, it's quite a small opening to their airway. And Frank's was really, really bad, and he should have had it done a lot sooner. You're supposed to have it done before they're 2 years old. He was 4 years and 8 months when he had it done. And I was only after we rehomed him. I rehomed him. It was only after I rehomed him that we were able to get that done. But, as I say, he is doing a lot better. After his operation, he can now breathe nicely. And he's doing very, very well indeed. He is a lot happier now. Sounds like he was military in a past life. Sleep where you can, when you can. This one. I think I used up that lighter already. Just with that. It was worth it though. We found some good stuff downstairs. I mean, the thing is, right, that you've got to remember is that the reason he probably slept so much before was similar to people with sleep apnea. Like, he wasn't getting a good quality of sleep. Like, he was And to be fair, it was this way for him when he slept before. He would just wake up all the time. Like he'd wake himself up and couldn't really sleep for very long at a time. So now, like, he's actually able to sleep well. Kind of a big deal for him. Can't see. Another coat. Okay. Now he sleeps just to gloat. Exactly. So we can actually pick these up. If we find a screwdriver, I can literally just rip an oven out of a building because I have enough electrical to do it. That's really, really good news. So essentially what we're looking for then is carpentry books, a screwdriver, and there's a little workshop just around the corner, and something that I can use to sleep in the truck. Like a comfy chair for now. Maybe a sleeping bag. So we'll go check out the, I guess, like the workshop building sort of around the corner. How far I'm drawing those zombies from. Oof. This thing's gonna be difficult to drive near built-up areas. Oh, I just ran something over. I don't know what it was. Maybe a rat. Rip. Sorry, ratty. How does electricity work in this mod? So apparently it hooks up to the car battery. I'm not like 100% on the ins and outs, but it says in the mod page description that it hooks up to the car battery. So I'm gonna, my thinking is I should probably only have like the freezer or like a regular fridge or something like that. I don't want to like inundate my RV with like too many power draws. Every time you say comfy chair, I think Monty Python. I'm really, like, we're gonna have to go through this whole thing again, and you guys are gonna be really upset with me, and you know, it's whatever. I don't really know, but Monty Python, and cue shock and people calling me heathen. I'm sorry, I don't really know Monty Python or Monty Python skits. I apologize. You're allowed to be upset now. Snow globe of Minnesota. Hell yeah, dude. To have a physical item. It does. That's kind of neat. I'm taking it. Get me a snow globe. It's a shame it's of Minnesota. I mean, I love Minnesota. Grab pillow. We could sleep in here for the night, actually. I feel like that's kind of against the objective, though, you know? Ooh, what's this? Poor sleeping comfort. I need a, like, one of the armchairs. I think they're, like, average sleeping comfort. Propane barbecue. I'll be able to forage some stuff in that farmland there as well. He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy. Yeah, I do know that one, I think, and I think there's one or two more that I'd probably recognize, like the skits from, like isn't one of the Monty Python skits the whole like your mother was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries or something like that? Now go away, or I will taunt you a second time. I know that one. But like I've never watched it. It's just like I know the skits from like YouTube clips or whatever. Holy Grail. I'm just looking for a like decent armchair. I guess we're gonna have to make do with this like poor quality one for now and just throw it in the truck. So why am I like tense and on edge? Oh. An armchair in here. Oh. Oh. It would be cool to get a carpet. I'm not gonna lie. Look, chat, I know it's not priority, but I do like the idea of getting a carpet. Just saying. Like a rug, you know? For the truck. Nice rug to bring it together. Shaggy carpet, eh? What are you insinuating, sir? Shaggy carpet for a shaggy man. No! Not what we do around here. Besides, my choices would be zombies or more zombies. Okay. Place the pillow on the chair. There we go. Oh no, it needs to be in my inventory, I guess. It's not counting it. Just a sleep pour. Yeah. Maybe it won't count the pillow unless it's like on a bed. It's weird. I thought usually it's just like sleep with pillow. Hmm. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I need it needs to be on a bed. Make a difference. Which I would dispute, honestly, because I mean I've slept in a car before and it's always more pleasant if you have a pillow. Dude, Frank is not happy that we're sleeping. Sorry, that we're streaming at his usual bedtime right now, chat. I say he's not happy. I'm guessing he's not happy, but he's sleeping. He's just literally, he's pulled up on the office floor and he is just asleep. And I feel like in his head, he's like, why the heck are we not in bed yet? You know? Snoring in an accusatory way. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, I think he's just wondering, like, why the heck we're not in bed, you know? Like, I could be sleeping on a nice duvet right now. Which, for the record, chat, I didn't want him to be sleeping on the bed every night. I left him with my mum for 4 days while I was in Germany for Gamescom. And the first night, she had 2 rules, chat. 2 rules. Don't let him on the bed during the night. And he eats after the humans eat. Like, for hierarchy reasons, right? And she broke both of them in day 1. And now it's like... Now it's my problem to fix. Oh, there's something banging on the fence back there. That's what grannies do, spoil their grandsons, literally. Never understood not letting pets sleep on the bed. Part of the point is snuggling, as they do when you're not around anyway. So my like logic was, he needs to understand that it's okay to be on his own, sometimes. And Frank has definitely grown a bit of an attachment. Well, I say a bit, a big attachment to me since he's moved in. But also he just doesn't like being left on his own right now. That's like a big thing. He does not like being left on his own. And we're gonna have to build on that. It's something we're gonna have to try and, like, you know, train him to be better with. But that was why, like, at night was one of the only times that he was actually kind of comfortable with being left on his own, because he knows you're upstairs, right? So that was kind of important for me. But also, like, I do think it is important to have some boundaries with your animals, because they need... I am never a person that, thinks any sort of, like, physical discipline needs to be had with animals. Like, saying it bluntly, I don't think you ever need to hit your animal unless, like, we're talking, like, severe emergency, like, this is the only way you're gonna get him to put down another dog. It's strangling. I don't know, like, you get what I mean. But I do think there needs to be clear boundaries, and I think they need to know who's in charge. And things like, you don't sleep here, and you eat after the human, is a good way to enforce those boundaries whilst being completely, like, also, like, it's really not affecting them in a negative way. Does that make sense? It's a good way to enforce a hierarchy without any sort of, like, adverse consequences. That was the logic. But now that he's sleeping on the bed, that's kind of gone out the window. Because now he's gotten used to sleeping on the bed. And I don't mind it. I really don't mind it. It was purely something I was doing for that reason, to try and enforce some discipline, but we'll see. Also, like, before his surgery, when we got his breathing, like, sorted out, before that, holy, the guy snored. Like, you don't realize how bad that snoring was. It was all night, all the time, and it was loud. Now it's not bad. I'd like to imagine that if I had a dog, I wouldn't let it sleep with me. We'll see. I imagine that too. And then it went out the window. Sleep shaming Frank. Get him. He's a good boy. He knows I'm talking about him too, because he said his name. He's looking up at me now as if to be like, what are you talking about? He's, oh my god, he's the cutest though. Hang on, chat. Let me give you a POV right now. does this. So he's sleeping. Well, he's pulled up down here. He holds his head in between his paws when he sleeps. Frankie. Frank. What you doing? What you doing? Hi, bub. No. You good boy. Yeah. Oh. What you doing? Ah. What you doing? Little chunk. A little chonker. Yeah. Potato. Good boy. Wow, you wear pants while you stream? How professional, I know, right? What you're not seeing right now is on my upper half. Got lingerie on. That's for the OnlyFans stream. Oh, big stretch, bub. Alright. Good boy. Can you sit back down? Back down, Paul. Good lad. Well done. Good boy. Okay. He's a good egg. He's very well behaved. Link in bio. Yep. Oh. Oh, we've got a couple of visitors. Can't see. I wanted to have a look around that workshop properly, but it was too dark. It's just because, oh yeah, I was only wearing pants because I was taking Frank for a walk. Yeah. Yeah, no problem. Enjoy your own playthrough. It's very, very basic setup. Very few mods that we're running. It's mostly like quality of life stuff. Aside from like 10 years later, which is obviously optional, and the RV interior mod, like everything else is just kind of quality of life, neat crafting, neat building, sort of thing. It seems like there's a lot of zombies here all of a sudden. I can't see them, but I can hear them. Oh crap, I was meant to go back down in that basement and grab a bunch of those pipes as well, wasn't I? Like extra weapons. So excited to do true Nomad runs again. I think you and a lot of the community, that poor modder must have been inundated with comments. I don't think the person who made the RV interior mod initially, I don't think they do modding anymore, but like the amount of comments that person must have had. Oi, Tagger. I want to get their attention without getting myself killed. There we go. Back with those sus exertion sounds. Time to go exploring and die to something stupid. Yep. Such is the way of Zomboid. Oh. Oh yeah, brother. Chocolate. Got some garbage can chocolate. Hell yeah, dude. Another garbage bag right there? I can't see this other zombie. Oh, it's there. There it is. What kind of weird ass noise is that, dude? Would you keep it in your pants, brother? I regret choosing this character. We've had stream start early, hell yeah. There's one in there. I can barely see. We're lucky there might be a water dispenser in here somewhere. That would be really cool. How are you gonna run a whole ass office and not have a water dispenser anywhere? Well, no screwdriver. I think it's time to pull out the Build 42 interactive map because I have no idea where I'm going. Right. Echo Creek. And I'll bring this up on stream for you guys so we can have a little plan together. Where is it? There it is. Okay, cool. So we're what? We're here, I think. We do have a garage across the street. We should probably check that out. Make sure there's no generators lurking. The only real other thing I can think is that we need books, pretty sharpish. We need a generator. And we need probably some survival supplies. The unusual farm might have some guns for us and possibly a generator. Don't know what they've got in this shed here. That's probably like crops and stuff. Could be a generator in the party area across from the gas station. Oh, like over here? Ah, yes. Yes, I see it. I see it. That's a good call. Okay, we can grab one from there. There's a little workshop here. We might find a screwdriver in there, potentially. So, generator, little workshop. Maybe try and find a screwdriver. And then I think, honestly, nearest survival store, maybe. Nearest survival store or nearest library? Echo Creek. So what's around here? Medshire Estates. Mad Dan's Den, home appliances and furniture store. See, this would be great. Going to the furniture store might not actually be a bad plan for us. Because, you know, obviously we have nothing in our truck. There's nothing in there. The furniture store might not be a bad idea, but the thing with a lot of furniture is to uproot it, you need like 2 levels in carpentry. So we could go there and get like a fridge. Whatever. We've already got an ice freezer. We could get a fridge. There's beds in here as well, which would be great. Kitchen cabinets, but again, we need the carpentry levels. Jenny workshop, library, furniture store, yeah. The library's big. If we can get to a survival store though, I'm thinking that we can find a lot of the stuff that what's the word I'm looking for? Like a lot of things to like hold us over until we get the carpentry knowledge we need, because the books is obviously not the only step, right? We need to read the books and then we need to actually grind the XP. A lot of it we can do by cutting up wood and building wooden floors. Wondering where the nearest like survival store would be. I know there's one in what's it called? Is it Phallus Lake? No, it's not Phallus Lake. This one here, military surplus store. This has a bunch of stuff like sleeping bags and camping tents and whatever else. And that's not like a huge distance away when you think we're here and it's there. And dismantle stuff along the way. So dismantling doesn't give you XP anymore in yeah, I don't think it gives you XP anymore. I'm thinking, is that after a certain level in build 42? But I don't think dismantling furniture gives you XP build 42 at all. Oh my god, no, it's a good change for multiplayer servers, because one of the biggest problems multiplayer servers had was people just pulling up and demolishing everything for carpentry XP. It's honestly super easy, and it's always been like it's always been easier to level it through like cutting wood into planks and then using those planks to build wooden floors anyway. This is really just enforcing that, really. I'm not too upset. Okay, so I think we get the Jenny, we go to that little workshop, and then I think we turn round and head for the survival store. I think that's the play. And there's a lot of things like near the survival store too. We've got another gas station, another auto repair, farm produce with some cafes, a clothing store. There might be a lot of zombies there. We'll see. And there's also this bunker like right next to it, but I don't think there's anything in there. There might be. I've never been in here organically. It'd be kind of interesting to check that out. Kind of be interesting to like get into that bunker and see if there's actually anything useful in there. Okay. Forget that, Jenny. I got you. I got you. Right. Yeah, I just think like the survival store might be a good one to hit just until like we have the carpentry knowledge to actually uproot most of this furniture. And then we can hit a library and start working on that. Sorry, excuse me. Okay, the generator would be there. Oi, that's a lot of zombies, dude. Whoops. Okay, so I think I've got to remind myself that reversing in a vehicle creates more noise than going forward, and that's what's drawing all those zombies. So reverse backwards. I wonder if reverse backwards would just mean going forwards. These are the questions that we need to ask. Yeah, because I was reversing, I've drawn in a bunch of zombies. Thankfully, they're weak because of the settings we're running. You just vaulted into that tree, you son of a gun. Sneaky little bitch. Okay, I feel a little bit cheated there, to be honest. I feel a little bit cheated by that one. We've still got bugs with zombies climbing over fences, huh? Okay. The zombie was red and highlighted, and I timed that right, but sure. I feel very hard done by that one. I'm pretty sure I timed that right. I think it was just a case of like maybe the other zombie got too close and like cancelled me doing the ground slam because they counted as like too close to me. Oh my god, there's so many around here now. I can't get the Jenny, dude. There's no way we're gonna secure that. That's really frustrating. Let's try and maybe drive up the street and like hit our horn. Maybe be able to draw them away. Just be drawing more from other directions though. I could have really done without a laceration this early as well. So I've hit the horn, and what I'm doing is I'm just looping back around. Damn, this horn, this vehicle draws people from miles away. The big old truck. Vehicle equals my favorite weapon. Yeah, I have to be careful within this one though. I have to be very careful because it's my only lifeline really in this playthrough. So where the heck have you guys come from? I've also got to find my hat. Drop my hat. He's like there. Yeah. Okay, the bright side is I think that sort of worked. Is the generator here? Yes. Okay. I do have to be careful not to get an infection. My bandage is dirty, so should probably... So for a minute, I'm going to drop this. I'm going to find some clean rags. Bug boots. Nice. Okay, you know what? Let's rip these up and see if we get anything clean. We'll clean them at school. I've got enough like spare water right now. Right. Take that off. Bandage. Okay. Now, I don't need to carry this in the actual vehicle, in the interior, because it's powered by the battery anyway. So I'm going to throw it in the back because we're going to want to unload this at a nearby gas station. Preferably the one we've just been by. I'm not going to be able to check that place through a screwdriver, I don't think. What the heck? I'm just going to have to forgo that, I think. I'm going to bring in the vehicle this way because I want to be able to see if any zombies are approaching me. Don't like the idea of being blind to that. Oh wait, we don't have a oh no. God damn it. This vehicle draws so much attention. We don't have a rubber hose. so I can't siphon the gas from the vehicle to be able to start the generator. So I think... Let's think about this. The only thing I can really do is just place the generator and see if it's still got any gas in it. No. Okay. So we need a rubber hose. Without a rubber hose, I can't take gas from my own vehicle to start the gas pump. Which sucks. But that's okay. Now we go on to the survival store, I guess. How's my weapon looking in terms of durability? Okay-ish. There's some sofas in there. Check out this little shed. We should make a habit of checking these. You never know what kind of tools we might find in them. Not what we need on this occasion. That's okay. Do we need a generator magazine as well? No, we are playing an electrician. I figured if I was gonna be playing on like ridiculously low loot stuff, probably don't want to be searching for a generator mag. We also have vehicle knowledge as well as like one of my traits. The only thing we really have to learn is carpentry. I'm just checking my map so I know where we're going. So if we stay on this road, yeah, this will be fine. Take a left at the T-junction. Okay, easy. Up, JP. No worries, man. I'm glad you got something useful from the YouTube. Glad to be of service. Glad to be of service. Chickens. Man, there would be so many eggs in there. So many eggs. Also so many zombies. I have to come back to that. The most of eggs, yes. Generations of chickens have lived and died inside that fence. This makes me think of Chicken Run. You guys ever watch Chicken Run? I don't want to be a pie. That was like a classic film from my childhood, man. Oh, sorry, I woke Frank up with that impression. Frank is not pleased with my Chicken Run impression. Where are you heading to? We're going to a survival store in Akron. Say this way? No, I'm going the wrong way. No, I'm going the right way. Okay, cool. I don't want to be a pie. Fuck. Fucking 10 years later mod. The funny thing is I've got a custom sandbox setting that's literally disables trees and roads. from the 10 years later mod, but I guess it just doesn't catch all of them. I lose a lot of like maneuverability when I'm going at higher speeds in this thing too, understandably, of course. Turn on to the off ramp of the bend on this road. Yeah, no, I've got the map on my other monitor. That's what I was checking for. Invisible trees, dude. Some of them blend in so well because of the 10 years later background, all the foliage. Oh shit. Yeah, here we go. There's gonna be so many zombies. I'm hoping for the good RNG from the Voronoi noise sandbox setting. I think it's just pretty much along this road now. Yeah, this is literally just this takes us all the way there pretty much. Anything worth looting on the way? Not really. Double chances of some places with like chickens and maybe little warehouses actually along this road. The heck is the little pack about? Wait, what do you mean? Oh, the zombies? Yeah, I don't know why they were sort of like grouped up out here, but rather here than in town, I guess. Even though that's really not how that works. Okay, so I think I'm gonna try these. So there's little farmhouses at the end of these roads, and they have like animal pens, and they also have one of them has like a little vehicle shed. So I'm thinking like maybe there'll be some chickens, maybe a good chance at some tools. I see some chickens. We'll come back to that. We'll clear the area. There's a basement in this house. That's also a good sign. Maybe some good stuff down there. Any problem with the basements is I don't have a flashlight. Ooh. One of those single unit freezers. Nothing else, really? Okay. Oh, dead chicken. What happened here? The zombies don't kill them. Are they starving? Dehydrating? No, they can't be. It does make me wonder if it would be possible to keep chickens in the back of the truck. like if we got a trough and like a coop and whatever, like there I could make like a little mini chicken pen. I'm gonna butcher these, dude. And we're not gonna get like great food from them, but if they're already dead, and he's probably not been dead long. Guess we'll find out. Go look. That's a whole chicken right there. Hello, Chimkins. So, no eggs. Listen, I'm taking these couple chickens, dude. Like, if I am not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. I won't be able to cook them, but we can throw them in the freezer, you know? So, chicken foot fresh. It doesn't show fresh uncooked, which tells me I can just gnaw on it. Nice. Yummy chicken feet. That's something I couldn't eat. I know, like, you can actually get chicken feet, and some people eat them, and you know, fair enough. But it's not something I relish. I don't like eating particularly bony, like, just regular chicken, because I don't like eating stuff like, what's the word? Like, I'll eat ribs, you know, spare ribs, stuff like that. I don't like eating something that's a lot of work over meat ratio, you know? So chicken feet is like my worst nightmare of a food. I don't want to be gnawing on those bad boys for a tiny little bit of meat. But in this situation, I do get it. Ooh, heat packet. Not much use to us, fortunately. Thank you for the follow, Cool Blue Wolf. Yeah. There ain't shit in here that I can use. That sucks. How about fish? Does it not make you unhappy to eat chicken feet? No, it didn't seem to. What, you mean like eating fish in real life, or like as a source of like a good idea for my character right now? Like, do I eat fish in real life, or we're kind of talking about both? My bad. Fish with bone to meat ratio, right? Got you. Yeah, I exactly the same with that. I don't like eating fish that's like not been deboned. I guess like the only ones that I do is like sardines, because like you can pretty much eat the bones in those because they're so tiny. Even those I would prefer if they weren't in there. Yeah, I don't like eating bony fish. I don't know. I am a big foodie. I love like I love food, and I just don't enjoy that experience, you know? Do not enjoy that experience at all. Like working around stuff to eat my food. Alrighty. So we got a book. Drop in here. I'm gonna put my snow globe on display from Minnesota. Whoops. Causing you pain. Laceration we got from fighting zombies. It's gone. Oh. There's another one there, and then further up, we're basically coming up to the town. There'll be like a bend, I think. Now I'm wondering how close we want to get. Checking my map. So round this bend and then up the street. I'm wondering how close we want to get. Do we know if we're infected? No. I think I would have been starting getting queasy by now, honestly. Been like half a day. We'll know for sure by tomorrow. We're probably super infected. Absolutely riddled, yeah. Oh yeah, Minnesota, my native land. Is it nice in Minnesota? I don't know much about Minnesota, I will admit. What we got? Oh, zombies. Right. I'm stopping at the first sign of zombies here. They don't want to bite off more than we can chew. Land of 1 billion lakes. Oh yeah. I like lakes. If you ask me like what kind of environment I was most at peace with, you know, it would be like by a lakeside or in a woods, like in a forest. I grew up on a lake, in fact. We basically all do. I mean, that checks out if there's so many of them. I'm creeping up to the gas station here because I know gas stations are often going to be good sources of like non-perishable food. Even if it's just snacks, right? Snack foods. Firecrackers. That's kind of cool. I haven't seen firecrackers before. Empty gas can. I'd probably need like a lighter or something to start those, right? Actually grab these firecrackers, you know. Maybe we can use them. Who knows? Kind of interesting to see if we could. Great for a distraction. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, we might actually have a use for them. Doesn't look like there's anything else on the shelves. Yeah, nothing. Bars. I should make sure I check the floor as I go around. VHS. These looted buildings always have such random stuff on the ground, man. At least zombies can slip into player into the cars through windows. Oh, like with the RV interior mod? Yeah. It would be kind of funny, honestly. Seeing people react to that. I don't know if that bug's still around as well, where they can bite through windows. But I know that bug was rampant for a while. Not sure if they got rid of that in Build 42. It's because, like, well, they weren't technically biting through a window. It was because sometimes I guess the animation of closing a door, or sorry, the sound of closing a door would play, but sometimes it wasn't closed if you jumped in too quickly, and obviously that caught a lot of people off guard, and they end up like biting you through the door. There's a lot of Zeds, dude. Car repair's looking pretty empty. Well, there's the place. Definitely a lot of zombies. Question is, can we like maybe work our way through them? We pull the vehicle up the road. We might be able to like work our way through. Especially if I can get their numbers down enough that like maybe we can use those firecrackers. Yeah, a few volunteers. This is good. It's good that we're drawing a few of them away nice and early. Have faith in you. Thank you. you're wondering why I'm like pounding sodas and stuff, it's just 'cause I'm trying to keep my calories on. Doing a lot of physical exertion and we need a lot of calories. I'm littering, chat. I'm ruining this post-apocalyptic world. Oh, hello. Right, yes. That is rather a big group in that clutch of trees right there. This is a weapon bomb. It does make me wonder whether I need to light it. Because you don't have to... Well, do you know, you have to have a lighter in your secondary, don't you, for pipe bombs and Molotovs? Actually, thinking about it, I think you have to have a lighter in your secondary. It's not every day that I use bombs in Project Zomboid, but they are really, really good. Especially since the ragdoll update. Throwing a pipe bomb into a horde of zombies is hilarious. Gotcha, okay, so need lighter. I mean, I might have another one in the truck. I'm not sure. I'm getting tired now. 1 PM as well. I'll be able to get in the front. I don't know. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot of action on this end. It's just looking pretty clear. There's like a few zombies, but nothing we can't handle. These ones are going right by. Is there an alarm gone off in the distance or something? It seemed like they're on a bit of a mission. Okay, so they're all out the back. Oh, there's some right there. Damn. Okay. We were so close. We were so close. Literally couldn't even get to the, like, second shelf in. So many. Damn it. Oh, duffel bag. I don't know if a duffel bag would be better than the school bag. Capacity 15, 70 encumbrance restriction. Isn't it like 18 encumbrance? Yeah, 18 capacity, less encumbrance reduction. Oh, here we go, look. They're all coming out of the woodwork now. We're getting drowsy, so I can't push this too far, but... now I can't push it very far at all. Okay. That was terrible timing. Well, shit. Let's check if we got that lighter. We do. Uh-oh. Didn't expect them to be right there. Okay, there they go. Firecrackers are going. Oh, that's a big... They are pulling them from miles away. Holy! Okay, these ones are still aggroed on me, which is not great. And they're going in. They're getting stuck on the door. God damn it, dude. I swear to God. That massive group are just getting stuck on the doorway at the entrance. I have to make my way back to the car and sleep, I think. I'm tired at like before even 3 p.m. Yeah, what up, Winterfang? How's it going, dude? Oh, Frank is so upset that we're staying up right now. can tell he wants to go to bed. He's like sitting looking at me. He's dozing off. Tired by 3 p.m. Me IRL. Mm-hmm. Mood. Okay, so I don't know if I'm gonna need to rest. Because so the store is that way. We've got quite a few zombies just down the street. I feel like if I pull the truck up a little bit, take a nap, and then we go at it again. We do also have a bandaged wound that I've got to keep track of. Did you try the Last of Us mod? The infected one? Yes, I did on build 41. So this is the interior of the RV. As you can see, like, we have managed to put a little bit of furniture in here without any trouble. And like the benefit, of course, is that I can sleep in here as well. So I know you guys read this questions billions of times. Build 42 multi will be for next year, right? Nobody knows, Dio Maestro. You're right. We do. I do get that question a hell of a lot. But anybody that tells you they know when it's going to release is lying. Nobody knows. The developers pretty much announce it like on the week that it's going to be released. And that's really it. Is this a new save? We started this one. I think we had about an hour and a half on this playthrough last session. We're still very early on. We're at 1 day, 15 hours. Oh, of course, it's infected. I sleep one night and my wound is infected. Do I have any? I don't think I have any medical supplies yet, to be honest. Like, at all. I mean, there could be some in there. It's a survival store, but... Is that snow? That's bloody snow, isn't it? Oh. Glitched into the RV. It is snow. Good lord. More excited to hear them talk about NPCs again than multiplayer. Yeah, I think it depends what side of the community you're from, really. It's quite funny. So I've done a video that's going to be releasing, I think, next week, where we took a survey of players of how they actually felt about Build 42. And one of the most interesting responses, I think I'm just going to read a book for a little bit, considering it's the middle of the night. One of the most interesting ones we had was that we had a question in there like, how much has the lack of multiplayer affected your experience with Build 42 so far? And it was quite funny because on a scale of 0 to 10, the two most popular answers were 0 and 10 on that question. It's a hilarious bar chart to look at. And it shows like how much the community is so divided over multiplayer, because you've got that one side that literally just lives on single player and the other side that really wants to play co-op or lives on multiplayer servers. So it was a really, really interesting survey, and I can't wait to get that video out next week. Oh, that's a good coffee. I needed that. We still have a 41 server going in my groups. It's like meh. Yeah. Well, the Patreon server is still going. Our Build 41 server. I think right now they're doing the Lost to Nature wipe. So, Lost to Nature was a custom wilderness survival map that we had like developed specially for our server, and then we released it publicly. We built it using we commissioned it using Patreon funds. And that's going on right now. So we've been running that since multiplayer drops, and I know a lot of people are excited for Build 42 to come back with multiplayer for that. For anybody interested, there's exclamation mark Patreon in the chat, in Twitch. I vote 5 just to be different and stand out. There you go. Yeah, there was a lot of questions that were a lot more that were less split. So like a lot of people really didn't like the crafting menu, for example, but most people really liked the animals in Build 42. But some questions were like really divided. It was very cool. See. What's the truck mod called? Project RV Interior. It's in the mod pack in the chat there. It's interesting that the split is so clear. Yeah, exactly. That was the thing for me. Hang on, let me see if I can pull up just so you can see it while we're reading. I'll see if I can pull up the survey and show you that question. So here we go. Found it. So this right here is the question about multiplayer. On a scale of 0 to 10, with 0 being major impact and 10 being no impact at all, how much impact has the lack of multiplayer in Build 42 had on your experience? As you can see, out of 593 responses, the most popular responses was 0 and 10. And then it's like a pretty even weighting all throughout otherwise. It's wild to me how clear that it is that there are two different types of Project Zomboid player, two very different parts of the community, you know? That whole video is for a nerd like me is very, very interesting to work on. Yo, what up, Wedge? How you doing, buddy? Welcome back. Maybe one of those 10s I've stopped playing ever since the beginning of Build 42. Tried playing it alone, but it's absolutely not the same for me. It feels kind of pointless when you're farming stuff only for yourself. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. A lot of people rely on community gaming, right? I am a very social gamer. It's originally why I started streaming on Twitch even before I did YouTube, was because I like to be chatting with someone while I'm gaming, even if I'm not playing with them. Solo gaming doesn't have the same feel for me anymore. I'd love to play multiplayer, but it doesn't help when your internet is garbage. I feel you. I had that stage in my life. I get it. How's the RV mod so far? To me, this one works better than the old one. I'm not gonna lie. I've had better luck with this one than the Build 41 version. I got slow reader. Oh, just okay. Not sure if there's much point keeping this wound clean anymore, but considering it's infected, but... Frank, you're so loud. You guys can't hear it, but Frank is playing with his ball right now under the desk. Like he is so attached to this like rubber ball made from like recycled tires, so it's really durable. He's so attached to it that we've taken to calling it his emotional support ball, because he just seems to take it everywhere with him whenever he can get his paws on it. What's up, Sweenham? One time I played MP, I enjoyed it, but on the whole, MP vids seemed look like too much wacky fun. I think it really depends on where you go. You've got to remember that the multiplayer videos that you're watching are from content creators that are trying to find those like crazy moments, right? Whereas like I always feel like our Patreon server is a good middle ground for new players and veterans that just offers like a nice chill community, because like we have a lot of new players come in that don't really know what they're doing, and like a lot of the OGs, like the veterans, tend to help them out or like base with them for a wipe, which is really cool to see. We host like a mix of like vanilla and modded setups. We do like server events once a month that are obviously completely optional. And at the moment, it's not like packed full of people either, because obviously there's been a lull since build 41, since build 42 came out. But we're expecting that to go back up again once build 42 drops multiplayer. Right, I'm gonna need to go out soon because I need to find some food and water. It's 5:20 in the morning. I'd say let's get started, because I don't know how many like how much longer I'm gonna get before I'm tired again, because we woke up like in the middle of the night. It's already been like 6 hours. I feel like it's so hard to play without the strong trait. You're so weak and the muscle strain is even worse. Well, the thing about that is you can turn it down if you want to. I actually like, now that I've had a lot of time to play with it, I don't mind muscle strain, to be honest. Now whether it feels redundant or not because you've got fatigue, that's a different question, because you could always just ramp up fatigue a little bit if that's what you wanted to do. But I think it's perfectly manageable as long as you take things like slower. I do think there was a lot of like exaggeration at the start because of that pure like shock factor, that like it was something different most people hadn't experienced before, and definitely exacerbated people's reactions, I think. I don't actually know if I need any more electrical skill level, to be honest, but we're gonna see how far these zombies have moved, if at all, because if you remember, so those that didn't see the first part of this, we threw a set of firecrackers over to the top right, and it drew most of them away, but a clutch of them kind of got stuck in the doorway of the main building. Okay. Both just turned instantly. I rarely push the zombies unless they're like right on top of me. That might be where you're going wrong with muscle strain, to be fair. Because your goal with zombies, in my opinion, should never be to kill them while they're stood up. It should be to get them on the ground so that you can kill them. The only exception is if you're dealing with a large group, which at that point, arguably, you've already made the mistake and should just try to lose them and come back. Like, it's so much easier, and it helps spread the muscle strain if you push them over. Because all of a sudden, that killing blow, like, you're cutting down what is 5 or 6 hits down to, like, maybe 2 pushes and a stomp. And the thing about the stomp is that it's distributing that muscle strain to your legs, not your arms. It's basically just, like, splitting the attacks and giving your arms a little bit more, like, leeway so that they can make more attacks in that kind of situation, you know? Pushing is definitely encouraged. Spamto, thank you very much for the prime, dude. I appreciate that. Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much for the prime. Guys, can we get some MrAtomicDuck bread ups in the chat, please? Those of you that have been here a while know the drill. And then every so often you get a zombie like this that just refuses to fall over. And that's, like, this is now where I would think, okay, my muscle strain is kicking in because I've had to push that zombie so many times. So I'm just gonna pull back a little bit, take it easy. Change my bandage out. What up, Lolo? Go him. Thank you, Spamto. First time chatter, and the first thing you do is drop a prime sub. Huge. So I always lean towards spears. Getting those quick kills, even on standing Zeds, just feels good. An individual of culture. Of culture and class. I am a garden fork supremacist, personally. Garden fork for the win. Why do spears have like 40% durability when you make them? Oh. That's because... Well, that's based on your... Is it your carpentry skill? I always get the two confused. I think it's carpentry, actually. Because it once upon a time was maintenance, and I think it got changed. Carving? Oh, yeah, it could be carving. You know... I actually don't know anymore which skill it's related to. But the idea is that it gets better as a skill, but I can't confirm, goes up. But the more your maintenance skill also goes up, the longer that durability lasts. So maintenance skill does play like a pretty big part. Alarm is set for when? 9:40. I'm probably going to be here when that alarm goes off, so let's... Damn it, dude. Let's turn that alarm off. Okay, well, the good news is it's looking like that zombie pack cleared out of here. Which is going to give me a little time to get things going. I would also not mind picking up this tent. Because what I can do is even though I might not use this as like a bag. Sorry. Even though I might not use it as a bed, I think I will for the time being. But long term, I can put it in storage and then bring it out when we're like setting up somewhere, right? I don't know where this location is at. I survived almost a month, then got bit because I want to find that place. This place? I'll show you on the map. Uno momento, please. Por favor. So I always get a little bit confused with this one. Yeah, so that's Phallus Lake, that's Rosewood, and that's Echo Creek. Between the three of them is this little town here. It is right there at the top of this little town. As you can see, Echo Creek, Phallus Lake, Rosewood. It's in the middle. That's the little town you want to be looking for. Now, interestingly, I don't know if we're gonna go there. I would like to go check it out at some point. So, like, maybe we'll try and get there, depending on how bad the woods are to get through. There is actually now a little bunker here that was added in build 42. Basement 1. So there's like a little like prepper bunker right near this store, which is very cool. Might have to go check that out. But we might need a flashlight for that. So, yes. Hopefully that gives you an idea. Ooh, sleeping bags, duffel bags. Hell yeah, dude. This is what I'm talking about. What was the entrenching tool needed for? That I swear there was like a very specific craft that needed an entrenching tool. Oh, I think I just saw a big backpack. Handy knife. Huge. Digging for bunkers. I can't remember. I think that was like a very specific. Is it on the mannequin? No. Aviator glasses. Overalls. Flashlight, angled head. Huge. We can put that on our on like a combat rig. Here it is. Hell yeah, brother. And I'm running the mod nested containers. That's, yep. So you can put everything in this backpack while it's on the shelf. Saves a lot of messing around. All right, sick. That was a huge find. Can I attach this to my backpack? Yeah. Okay. We've got a tent attached to our backpack now. Sleeping bag. Unpack and place in a tent to increase its sleeping comfort. Yes. This is looking good. Fingerless gloves will help a little bit against the cold. We've already got a couple of canteens. Or a canteen, rather, I think. I wouldn't mind finding the larger one, because I think there's a better one than that. Handy knife fits on keychains, no? Oh, you might be right, actually. Yes, good shout. I always forget about that. I always think that's such a weird thing to be able to go on a key ring. Like, how big is that handy knife? It must be tiny, surely. If it's fitting on there. Did I just take off the overalls? I think it did. Get it. Okay, so I can't wear the poncho and the coveralls together. That's so silly. Encumbrance reduction 50, capacity 16. If you're wondering why I'm taking things like the ammo boxes, it's because remember, we've got very limited storage in our base. So having stuff like that will actually be kind of useful just to store things in, because they won't take up the space of a container. I don't think. No, you can just place them. That'll be very useful for us. These are like average sleep, right? Yeah, military cots. I wonder if it's just worth me grabbing one of those beds instead of a tent and a sleeping bag. Check these out for the emergent. Oh, we've got an emergency broadcast here. Both of them, in fact. Turn that shit off, dude. Holy. Okay, actually. Turn the volume down. Is it gonna rain tomorrow? Showers and rain with a chance of snowfall tomorrow. Oh, today. Sorry. Tomorrow is clear skies, periodically cloudy spells. Weather period predicted to end in the night. Expected light to moderate rain. So we can expect the snow to pass tonight. And I can hear a zombie somewhere. Okay. I'm coming back. Ooh. Huge. Scarf. I'm coming back. I just don't want to get caught carrying too much. Yo, what up, Death God? My very first time catching you live other than VODs. What up, Harvey? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. This is where the magic happens live. By magic, I mean questionable activities. I've seen keychain handy knives. They're about 7 to 8 centimeters. Yeah. I mean, I must admit, I never used a handy knife before in my life. So yeah, it could just be something I'm not familiar with. We're getting a little bit tired now, so I gotta take a nap. I can't do that on the move anymore. Hello, thank you very much for the follow, and Tommy Boy as well. Appreciate it. I hate how easy this game seems when you watch someone play it, lures you into a false sense of security. Yes, such is the way of Project Zomboid. Easy is a very, very difficult game. You know, Lucy tells the story quite often. She actually got very, very close to rage quitting Project Zomboid. And now she's got more hours in it than me. Like, initially, Lucy got so upset playing Project Zomboid that she cried and almost quit. And then out of pure spite, she went back to try and beat it. She said to herself, like, it's not going to beat me. I'm going to beat this game. And now she's got like over 2,000 hours in it. So, Chupacabra, thank you very much for the Prime. Appreciate that, my friends. Thank you, thank you. Hope you're doing well. I think I'm gonna need to grab one of those tables from the store. I can't actually put this radio down. Right, tent. Where are we gonna put this? Guys, can we get some Mr. Adam bread ups in the chat, please, for Chupacabra? Bruh. Thank you, folks. This tent might actually just take up too much room. Don't know. Seems like it's okay with having something next to it. It just needs a lot of room. This might just be too much for this space. I think if we have the sleeping bag. And then we'll keep the tent for like if we're caught out and about, you know. Watching for quite some time on YouTube, saw you were live and playing my favorite mod. Not the only one that this is the favorite mod they have. There's a lot of people that love the RV interior mods, and I can't say I blame them. Nope. We want this one. I wish I could turn it the other way. It seems like I can't do that. Okay. So here's our bed. Sleep quality is still poor. So it's the same as having a... Sort of, honestly, I kind of challenge that. So apparently sleeping on the sleeping bag is the same as sleeping in that chair. And a pillow doesn't seem to work either. I don't know if that's more just because of the mod though. Like the RV interior mod. Yeah, sort of question that. I don't know how you could see a sleeping bag as the same as a chair. I feel like that's BS. I think that's BS, anyway. Is there no pillows in your main inventory? What triggers it? I checked both there and neither worked. I did try both ways. Okay, I don't think we can... Yeah, so we can't equip this angled flashlight yet. All right, let me catch up with some of your messages here. Love your content. Love the content of your videos on PC. Really helped me figure out the game. Long time VOD watcher. Now I can finally catch a live stream. Keep up the fantastic work. Thank you, Trojan. I appreciate that. Also, Matt Zrat, Samye 406. Thank you for the follows, guys. Very much appreciated. A lot of people coming in from the VOD channel today. Thanks, guys. We're gonna have so this is going up on the VOD channel. And we're gonna my hope is to do a series of this. So we'll have like 4, 5, maybe 6 of these. Assuming we survive, of course. So, yeah. Have you ever slept on a sleeping bag without a mattress below you? It's horrible. Your body hurts after 10 minutes. I have, but then to be fair, I am one of those people that can sleep anywhere. I still feel like sleeping laying down with a sleeping bag is better than sitting up in an armchair, surely. Right? I find it easier to sleep laying down, even if I'm in a shitty place, than sitting up. Personally. I really struggle to sleep sitting up. What up, Livy? How's it going? Hello, hello. Wiki says the sleeping bag can be placed in a tent to increase sleeping quality. It doesn't mention the pillow though, so maybe that just doesn't work. Yeah, the pillow didn't work with the armchair either. I think it maybe just be beds. We do have the tent, but I feel like it's going to take up too much space in here. Be worth it. Right. I'm going to set an alarm this time so that we don't sleep too long. We're just going to sleep for like, what, 3 hours? Because I don't want to waste away the day. Also, you would think that sleeping in a sleeping bag would keep you from being chilly as well. Like, if I'm wearing quite a lot of like warm clothes, you would think that the sleeping bag might help towards that. But it doesn't seem to. Didn't make any difference there. What are you inside of? Yeah, we're inside of a truck. What about a cot bed? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, maybe we just go grab one of the cots. I think this time I'm gonna drive the truck over like a little bit. The tough thing is with these is they make a lot of noise, like a deceptive amount of noise, but they make even more noise when you're reversing. And if you knew that about vehicles, chat, but vehicles in Project Zomboid will always make more noise while reversing. Because the engine, like, has to work harder and go up to higher, like, RPMs to get to the same speeds. At least we know this storm's gonna pass, like, overnight. I've also got prone to illness, so I need to be careful about, like, cold temperatures and stuff like that. It's very rare that you'll pick up a cold in a standard playthrough. But in a situation like this where it's cold, it's wet, it's windy, like for an extended period, when we have prone to illness, like there's at least a chance. Oh, I just saw that zombie out of the corner of my eye there as we stepped in. Hello, madam. Welcome. I have coffee in me and I'm human again. Well, human-ish. Greetings, Mr. Duck and chat. Lovely to see you stream today. What up? How you doing, Lolo? Is it worth also getting an old stove? Oh, 100%, dude. 100%. If we find one, yeah. We can, of course, make a campfire, but an old stove would be better. The heck is these zombies going? I'm not gonna lie, he almost got me coming through that, like, tiny tree by the door there. I know I didn't make any noise, but, like, that was actually kind of close. Okay, I would like to take one or two of these jerry cans as well. Is this the same thing as a cot? Is that what that is? Yeah. What level of zombies do you usually run? Standard apocalypse settings, usually. We could grab another one of these shelves, too. Don't like that I'm hearing this zombie and not seeing them. I also don't like this. Be as quick as we can here. I don't want to stick around, really. Bread, 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 bread. Thank you, whoever that was. I'm very focused right now because I'm in the middle of the dark. Alphabet Hunter, thank you. Okay. Thank you very much. Like 3 Prime subs already. Oh my god, it's tipping it down outside. Just started raining like big time here. That will mean I'm gonna need to take a quick BRB here to go and shut one of the doors downstairs, chat, because my patio doors are like wide open right now. But let me get back to the truck, then I'll do that. I think that's everything we need from here. I wouldn't mind actually having a look around the medical center down there as well. See if we can find like some antibiotics maybe. Or some like alcohol wipes or something. To clean my wound. You know what? Why am I doing this when I can... Here we go. I can carry it as a secondary. A little bit lighter weight that way. What up, Sebix? Been following you on YouTube for a while. First time catching you live, though. Dude, what is it today? That's like... that's like the 5th person that's come in and done that. And I think that's been every subscription we've had today, too. The 3 subs we've had. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Maybe, like... I don't know, maybe this time of day is just good for my YouTube audience. But yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you. Had all morning in Cornwall, torrential would be the words. Yeesh. Oh, that's a few. Right. Rather than stick that out, we're going to back up a bit. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we picked a good time to leave. Let's get out of here and somewhere more safe. That's a whole lot of zombies. Look at that. They were right outside that whole time. Yeesh. Yo, Trudgeon, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime sub, my friend. I think that's like 4 subs we've had so far today. Thank you, guys. Don't run in front of me. I don't want to kill you, little raccoon. Got another to the counter. Didn't even know you twitched. That's what we call it. Twitching. Am I doing a twitching right now? Is that what we're doing? Yo, what up, Ray? Hello, sir. How goes it? How was the big day in the jewelry store? Did you survive? Did you survive? Was all well? Oh my god, he says. Yeah, but you did it though. You did it. Not gonna lie, first time catching a duck live stream. I'm also from YouTube and I love your VODs. There's so many of you today. What the heck, dude? The heck is going on? We all just like, are we having a did you all just get together in a meeting and we're like, today's the day, you know? We're gonna drop in today. Hang on, you know what? I'm gonna put the cots. No. Bottom corner. Oh, it's stopped raining now. Okay, fair enough. Never mind, I don't need to take that BRB after all. Is that gonna work now? Yeah, average with pillow. Okay, we're not poor sleep anymore. Same here, only seen your videos, not live. Well, that's totally cool, and I hope you guys enjoy your experience enough here to come back in the future. Those of you that don't know and have only seen my main channel videos, exclamation mark mods in the chat. Sorry, exclamation mark VODs in the chat with a V will take you to my second channel, where we post all of these live streams for later use, later viewing. Okay, we're gonna place our gun case, like, what, at the foot of the bed? Like, under it slightly, like that. Now, the Fieldmaster's a shotgun, right? So I'm running the demo of Filibuster Rhymes Acceptable Guns. Figured I'd try something different. The shotgun. Yeah. So there you go. And we got room for like one more in there. It's all about maximizing your storage space, chat. No, we didn't get from that place though. Water. We need to find some water. Sorry, Rye, what did you say? You said, "Oh my god," and then didn't tell me. Is that a good "oh my god" or what? What up, Fralliable? How you doing? Hello, hello, hello. Hi, to answer your question, yes, you do need a hose when siphoning gas, and you don't need it for anything else that I know of. Da, 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 da. If you twitched every day for 12 hours like a normal streamer, this wouldn't happen as much. It's actually, it's so depressing how accurate that is, though. Like, oh, you want to succeed on Twitch? Just stream for 8 hours a day every day. Duh. Like, and if you stop streaming for a week, you'll lose like half your viewership. It's that simple. You dummy. Like, okay, my wound's gone away. We're no longer infected. Good, good, good. Only half? No, more. I did survive, though barely. There were so many people, everything was happening all at once. I kept my cool and just did it. So many people said they were 100% going to become repeat customers. Fuck yes, dude. I love to hear it, man. So, for context, chat, Rye has been a mod for this channel for years. I don't know how many years now, but many, many, many years now. And I guess his family, his parents used to run a jewelry store, and Rye is basically taking over that. I don't know if you're running your own jewelry store or whether are you in the same store? I can't really remember now. It's been a while, but Rye's now running his own jewelry business. And I guess last week sometime, I think it would have been, or a few days ago now, was the first day that he was like fully running things by himself, which I'm sure was a big day. So very, very pleased for you, bud. Oh, average with pillow. We need to click over here. Is there a way to fix roads when they degrade? No. Not in vanilla. Sorry, I'm just having another sip of my coffee. I certainly didn't join any Discord. What is even a Discord? Actually, I don't know if that's serious or not. You could be serious. If you are serious, that's our Discord server. 1 second, chat. Um um Right. Sorry, chat. I may need to just check in on that in one moment. Is sponsorship related, so from my agency, so I just have to keep tabs on that. I apologize. for interrupting your regularly scheduled cartoons. Nah, I'm, as you Brits say, taking the piss. I like how you said that. As you Brits say. We've got to decide where we're going next, chat. We need food. Let me pull up the Project Zomboid map and we'll decide where we're going. I wanted to go in that bunker, but that idea kind of got thrown out the window as soon as I saw that big group of zombies. Excuse me. Excuse me. Right. Build 42 map. Same place, yeah. I couldn't imagine a better start, really. Such a confidence booster. I love it, dude. I'm really happy for you, man. That's really good news. There's a charcoal barbecue and a propane barbecue there. It would not be a bad idea to get ourselves an antique stove from somewhere. Potentially a TV as well. I see that there's one here at this house, which is like just down the road from us. But I feel like we can pick those up anytime. Where could we go locally to get an antique stove? There's Deerhead Ranger Station, which is probably likely to have one somewhere. But if I had to guess, in 10 years later, I would imagine this road will not be great to travel down in a truck. Right? I wouldn't think that would be a good road to travel on. Probably be trees all around it at this point. There's a farmhouse up here with a gas station, a diner, gun store, and a camping store. There might be something in there. That's not too far away. Coalfield's just next to it, and I imagine they'll have tons of antique stoves there, but will probably be swarming with Zeds. We could try that little clutch of buildings. I think that might not be a bad idea. We're not very far away from it. We've also got Mad Dan's Den, which is full of furniture. And I would actually love to get in there. But it might take a little bit of effort to clear our way in. So if we go just up the road from Mad Dan's Den to this little clutch of buildings and maybe set up there for a little bit, we can kind of work on clearing Mad Dan's for like a couple days, maybe. I think that might be the play. Because really, I'm after an antique stove and a couple of different items of furniture to like help flesh out the truck. And I think this might be a good way to do it, Mad Dan's. But there's a lot of zombies there, potentially. So, best way for me to get there would probably be to turn around and go back up this dirt road. But I kind of like the idea of having a bit more space on the main road, so I'm just going to keep going the way I've gone. So that I don't risk damaging the truck. I think that's the play. Let's go with that. A bit west of you, a bit west of where you were looking, is a really nice lake house that's fenced in. Yeah, but we're on the move in, like, we're doing a nomad run in this run. We're not settling down, as it were. We're living in the back of a truck. Are the wooden crates the best storage containers? No, I think the metal crates are objectively better. Like, they have more space. The wooden crates can be picked up without, like, any skill requirement now, which is... I actually think that that's a... I don't want to start my rant again about like realism for the sake of realism. I actually think that was like one of the very small bad changes of build 42. I actually liked when you needed a little bit of carpentry skill to pick up crates. I know it doesn't make sense realistically, but it made them a progressionary item that people actually had to level skills to go and get, and felt like an achievement when you were finally able to build your base storage. And now it's kind of redundant. Those trees in the middle of the road, man, always catch me. So the reason that's happening, we're actually running the version of 10 years later that specifically says like no trees in the road, but I guess it's like not fully 100% working, which means that like every so often you get like just one random tree in the road, because the standard version of 10 years later there's quite a few trees in the road. This version is supposed to have them picked out, but obviously it doesn't seem to work all the time. So you end up with like one surprise tree. You have to keep like a very, very careful watch. Out of the way, please. Thank you. Don't mind me. Maybe it's just a tree crossing and you didn't see the sign. Look, that happened one time, okay? And I'm not saying that kid was asking for it, but I'm just saying their mum didn't exactly like cry as hard as I would have if my kid got ran over, okay? That's all I'm saying. It was one time, and they didn't seem very cut up about it, so... Hello, been roughly 3 to 4 or 5 months since I was last here. What up, Mr. Snuggles? What you doing? Hello. It says you're a first-time chatter. Maybe are you on a new account? I have been insurance scammers. Yeah, you're right. That child was probably trying to scam me out of my hard-earned cash. They deserved it. They deserve what they got. Bloody grifters. Oh, god damn it. See, I was looking down at Frank because he's fussing over his paws again. Frank, stop it. Leave him alone. Yeah, talking to you. Hello, bub. Hello, Bobby. It's like, I've been talked to. I must get up and seek the attention. He's a good boy. The good thing about Project Zomboid is I have these driving sequences where I can fuss Frank for a little bit. He's a very good boy. What time is it where you're at? Just coming up to 3 p.m. Frank Cam when? We've had Frank on camera a couple times. You just weren't here to see it. And whose fault is that? Wait, hang on. Let me check where we're at. Okay, yeah, we're on the right track. We're coming up to it. Hang on. If you want... Oh, it's raining again. God damn it. I'm going to have to go and shut the door here in a second. Let me get you Frank Cam. Hang on. Hi, Frank. Want to say hi to the people? Yeah? Is that your ball? Do you want to show them? Ball? Is that your ball? Is it? Yeah. Get it then. Yeah, show everybody your ball. You're such a boy. It's your little emotional support ball, isn't it, Frank? Huh? I'm back. Need to wheel the chair forward, Bubby. Everybody's getting a view of my feet right now for free, by the way. Frank, come here. You a good boy? Yeah? Are you a good boy? Ah. Ah. Are you a good boy? No take. Only play. Yeah. No take. Is it your ball? Is it? Oh, he's a good boy. Look at him. What are you doing? Hmm? What do you like? Huh? Huh? Yeah. Can I not have it? Am I not allowed? Is it your ball? Can only look. But I paid for it. It's my ball. Really? I paid for it. Oh dear. He's such a goof. Go on then. Go on then. Dan. He's so funny. Ah. Okay. Right. I hope you enjoyed those free feet pics, chat. Ugh. Right, I gotta very quickly go shut the door downstairs because it is raining big time. So give me 2 seconds, and I'll be right back. Right, go and settle. Good boy. Sorry about that, chat. I did not step away quick enough and notice the rain because there was a big puddle just inside my door. So we've had to put a towel down. Right, let's continue. Oh, is he doing better now, Frank? Yeah, much. He's cost me a bloody arm and a leg in vet's visits, but he's a good boy. He's doing well. The Mad Dan's Den. Yeah, we've been past it. Coming up on the little village or town now. Yeah, so I can see some zombies. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop here. Start clearing out Zeds. And then we can, hopefully, we can sleep in the truck. How long are your days, or do you play default? In this playthrough, days are 2 hours long. I personally think 2 hours is the sweet spot for me. They have actually gone up. If you play Apocalypse difficulty now, the days are 1 hour 30 in length. I still think that's a really odd change to make. And I'm not sure why they've only made that change on one difficulty. Like, why an hour and a half and not 1 hour? Or 2 hours? Because 1 hour was what it was. Why an hour and a half? And why change it in the first place? I feel like it's one of those settings that's just personal preference, to be honest. Maybe they're thinking, like, because higher difficulty, it will take you more time to clear out zombies, therefore, like, need a bit more time in the day? No, I can't say for sure, but... .5 feels like the sweet spot to me. I like it. Fair enough. Oh, Frank is snoring. What up, Lars? Hey, chat. Another question for you. I know we've already talked about how later on today we're going to be playing Dandelion Void. How many of you guys have seen a game called Voices of the Void? It's a little bit sort of like, would I describe it as niche? I think I probably could. I don't know how popular it is. Done some rounds recently with like YouTube creators, but I don't think it's very well known. Voices of the Void. Interested like how many people have played it, seen it. Because that's another one I might want to try here soon. Oh, where's the... That's what I came back for, the flashlights. No. Oh, accidentally started the engine. Doesn't ring a bell. It looks, I guess it's like a community-made game made on Source Engine, which it tickles some real fucking nostalgia bones to me. But it's like you're at a kind of like research facility and you're responsible for like finding these signals in space and then, I guess locking onto them and cataloging them. And as you play, like these weird things start happening. And the game just becomes like progressively weirder, more unsettling, scarier as time goes on. What quality are you streaming at? I'm not really familiar with Twitch, but I'm only getting 360p right now. You should be able to hit the cogwheel at the bottom right and change it. Can anybody else confirm for me that we do have multiple quality settings and that we're available in 1080? Confirmed, thank you. If it's not allowing you to switch, maybe a refresh. You have 360p, 160p, and auto. That's weird. Yeah, maybe a refresh or... I stream in 1080, but I play in 1440 and I record in 1440p. Sorry. Ooh. A padded jacket. Hell yeah, brother. Okay. I thought I said hood down. Could have been wrong. And now I'm wearing no pants. But if we find some pants, this padded jacket will be a godsend. Two hiking shoes, also good. Got the door, Jesus. Pressing E, doing everything, it's not doing it. Whoa. Water. Hell yeah. Okay. Water from the toilet. Can we use this trap? Yes. Yes. Excellent. We shall have a cage trap. Yes, very good. Anything else I'm missing? Nope. Can I have... Oh, those jeans are in terrible condition. Never mind. Give me your pants. They're terrible as well. I need some pants. You know what's funny? Is with the padded jacket and no pants, I'm actually not experiencing cold. Oh, there it is. Now we're getting chilly. So there's no wind chill either, whereas it was very cold before. Right, they're better than nothing. We're gonna need some new ones soon. What up, Strength? We tried fishing nets much to level fishing. I've only done it a couple of times, but they seem good for rushing the first couple of levels that bottleneck your catches. Ooh. That seems like a good idea. Can I wear this right now? Yeah, okay, we have a leather water canteen. Which means the rest of my stuff really I can just place wherever. Oh, Frank, you... Oh my god. You ass, dude. Oh, Christ. That's chemical warfare, that is. That's... Fuck me, dude. That should be illegal. God damn. Sorry. Sorry, chat. That's actually vile. Holy balls. What the heck, dude? Oh, I'd say what do you eat, but I know what you eat. It's like biscuits. The heck? Oh my god. Wow. Okay, so I think we're gonna end this VOD here because this should take the VOD up to about 3 hours. So those of you watching this on the Twitch stream, stick with me because we're gonna keep going. I just need to wrap up this VOD and then start a new one, okay? Those of you watching this on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. This was our Nomad run living in the back of a truck with the RV interior mod. We're also running 10 years later. If you want the mod collection that we're running, that is linked in the description. Otherwise, if you want to stop by the Twitch channel and catch these streams live, there is a link down in the description for that also. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.